We're up to mitzvah 49. This is a mitzvah asay, number 19. So on Bezdin in Eretz Yisrael, found in Shemais, Perek Chaf Aleph Pasuk Yud Ches, Shemais 21, verse 18. V'chi yerivun anoshim. When people, you've got men that are quarreling, they're fighting. And the pasuk continues, Kasher also, just as he did, Cain, he also lied. Whatever he did should be done to him. Now, as we say, we have the rule that you have to do unto others the same as they did. Right? Now, this is referring to, based in, to penalize with fines. You have to give a kanas. A person...
Like suing something, like I'm suing you thousands.
Gentlemen. To penalize with fines a person who injures his fellow man. So somebody who injures somebody else, we have to make him, what's the word? Pay. Not sue him. This whole American thing, you take it too big. All right. Yeah, but you're not an American.
Americans
first.
believe in Rabashkin.
You are a Jewish American.
You're Jewish. This goes before you.
Jewish comes first, as opposed to people say, I'm an American Jew.
I'm very.
I'm a Jew.
I'm a very loyal and patriotic.
I'm a Jewish American. I'm not an American.
You understand that? I'm a very patriotic and loyal Jew.
And I also happen to be an American.
No, I'm a patriot and loyal to America. All right. When we talk about the injured person is entitled to the following compensation. The first thing is called nezek. Nezek is anything that was a permanent disability, a permanent damage. So he gets paid for that. The next thing is tsar. He gets paid for the pain that was caused to him. Now, how we figure these out, the Gemara discusses that basically a guy, how much would you pay not to have this pain? How much, would you to not want to have this pain? You pay for it. How much would a person be worth beforehand as opposed to afterwards?
There's 5
as
things.
A slave.
Isn't there 5 things?
Riboy is medical bills, like refuah. Sheves, because he's not able to have a job. He's off of work. He can't, because of the injury, he loses income.
What's if the guy's like a banker and he makes like a
$200,000
a year?
Does not get paid that. He only gets paid as something that just has a simple job, simple labor. And boishes is the embarrassment caused as a result of having the injury. Guy normally walks around in a fancy suit, and now he's got to walk around with like his shirt hanging out, cast on his arm. So that embarrassment of not being this real put together guy, that's what he gets paid for. Now, even though the person who injured him has paid full compensation for every aspect, he still has to ask forgiveness. Can't just pay and be done. If a person will injure somebody else and cause him to become bedridden and unable to work, then the person who did it is imprisoned until the victim, is up and moving about. If the person who injured him again causes the victim to lose a limb or an organ, the victim is paid, like I mentioned, how would he be worth sold as a slave before versus sold as a slave afterwards? And he gets paid, by the way. How does he get paid? Can you give him like some corned beef sandwiches?
I'll take it.
You take it, but what you would rather have that, like 500 corned beef sandwiches?
Or what?
Money.
Or cash? I'll take cash.
You want cash. Person wants to get paid, and that's what we learn out. The same thing we learn out. Kasher yite mumba miso. A person puts a damage in somebody else. Cain, saying boy, so should be put in him, and we learn out that means money. He gets paid money. And Bezdin only is able to judge this when they have people who, it can't be just a couple guys that are just put together, they have to have people that have smicha. And this is any time and really anywhere.